All right, Canada, what's going on today? I'm your host, Parmesan from Niagara due North, and we have a show for you today. Today, I have for you Elizabeth May just thinking she is all that. Remember, the leader of a two-seat party, okay? A two-seat shindig. They're not even a party. All right. So come on in, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit the subscribe. Click the bell. Comment down below. That's a lot of work to watch a video. I'm sorry. But it's super appreciated. Okay? It's super appreciated. Help me get the word out. My word is dope.
This is station WX21, making a television broadcast direct from Niagara Falls. Are you ready, Niagara Falls? Let her go.
Now, guys, thank you for clicking on the thumbnail there, and welcome to the show. Before I get into the Elizabeth May stuff, we have to touch a little bit on this Trump Tower stuff. Okay? It's mind-boggling. Wow. If this has any sort of truth to it, this is movies. This is like, you can't write a movie this good. This is crazy. Anti-gravity drones? And he sent the email to Sean Ryan? It's crazy. Couple things I want to address about that email. How does China and US alone have this technology? How does China have it? China right now cannot build planes or aircraft carriers that are as good as America. So they're building literally like Walmart aircraft carriers and airplanes. How do they have anti-gravity drones? Unless the US is doing something there, right? And then if that were to be the case, then there can't be a possibility of a war if these guys are that close, right? Like if the US didn't even share this technology with France or Britain, but they did it with China, then there's something going on over there, right? Maybe world's two biggest powers are coming together to take control of everyone. Grab your tinfoil hat, folks. It's Niagara due North. One thing that I need to say, I haven't heard anyone say it. This is why you click on this channel. If that email was right, then Trump committed war crimes. Donald Trump committed war crimes and atrocities. And this guy in this email carried them out. That's some Bob Lazar shit. With a lot more murder. And genocide. Genocide, guys. I think, what did I hear? Over 100 like women and children died? And civilian buildings were directly targeted? If this is true, then Trump is fucked. And his base isn't going to like him anymore. That's all I'm going to say to that. The story is still developing, but that episode of the Sean Ryan show was unearthing. And since I did all that without a microphone, welcome. Let's get into Elizabeth May. It's really funny. It's really funny. She honestly thinks she is the whole bag of chips. All right, everyone, so grab your sword and shield because this is a horrifying scene. Elizabeth May is going to really, really tell Donald Trump a really thing, man.
Tariff threats are real, but we have to negotiate from strength, and that means from the get-go making clear that we don't go it alone and cut out Mexico.
Mexico sucks. Mexico is the problem with North America. Okay? And I don't think we should be doing any deals with Mexico until they get a $15 an hour minimum wage. $15 American an hour minimum wage. What's that, like 300 fucking pesos an hour? If they do that, then they can get in on our deals. I don't need your fucking avocados up here. It's ruining the climate.
We know that isolationism and protectionism, as much as they're now part of Trump's playbook, have never been a Canadian strength. We believe in cooperation, multilateralism, and we negotiate from strength. We listen.
No, Canada's always sucked.
Negotiate from strength. We listen.
We're one of those countries that can't do anything by ourselves.
We dispute the nonsense that are to President-elect Trump's concerns. We dispute the nonsense that our border is allowing fentanyl and criminals to pour into the United States. We present the evidence to him that that's not the case. But we don't need to kowtow. We need to point out to him that trade is not a zero-sum game. The fact that they buy more stuff from us than we buy from them doesn't mean that they're losers. Actually having
That's true.
To a lot of high-quality goods.
That's true. That's a lot of... Trump is wrong about the trade deficit. Trump is wrong about that. Watch Brian Lilley. Trump is wrong.
Actually having access to a lot of high-quality goods that they buy at a price that is, especially given the Canadian dollar at the moment, a bargain, doesn't mean they've lost.
Especially since our dollar is so dirt cheap. Like, you're not... No. I bet since he has made that threat and our dollar has collapsed, I bet that he has made up that trade deficit.
We have in common the geography of North America, Canada, U.S., and Mexico, and we negotiate from strength, and we stress that the goods and the resources we sell to the United States benefit their economy enormously. What would U.S. agriculture do without Canadian potash? What would the U.S. economy, I know that some of our premiers are freelancing, and okay, Doug Ford, go for it. But listen, we're not going to cut the U.S. off of energy supplies. We're trading partners. We're not combatants. And that symbiotic relationship of our trade throughout North America needs to be stressed.
I agreed with Doug Ford doing that. Obviously, he's not serious. He's not going to do it. I mean, I think if Trump... It's the same thing as what Trump's doing. Honestly, like, Doug Ford is just Trump and Trump. Like, two poles going at it. You want to tariff me? Well, I'll cut your energy off. It's the big ask versus the big defense, right? Well, let's freaking tone this down a little bit, and then maybe we'll work out some trades. I agreed with that, but following through with it, no. Threatening, yes. Doing, no.
But as much as Donald Trump has decided to throw out this, I've mentioned Panama Canal, Greenland, and this nonsense, and I think it's time that some Canadian leadership stood up and said, sorry, Donald Trump, as kind as your offer might be, that we should be the 51st state, there's a hard no on that. Clifford Lincoln, former Quebec Environment Minister, had an excellent letter to Donald Trump in yesterday's Montreal Gazette. No, thank you, Mr. Trump. We will not really seek to be, and I quote, ever happy little clams in a magnificent MAGA ocean.
If you weren't afraid before, now's the time, because, man, she is going to really, really give it to this guy.
So I read a lot, and I say, okay, people who know Trump in business deals say this is his tactic before negotiation. Humiliation, business approach. Okay, so I take offense. We do not strive to be the 51st state. We're a G7 country. We are part of the world as an independent sovereign. We're part of the Commonwealth. So no, sorry. And I really also take offense, sorry, Mr. Trump, took offense to your idea that Pierre Poilievre wasn't good enough to lead the Conservatives. Wayne Gretzky, I mean, he's great. He is the great one. He skates to where the puck is going. It's not going to MAGA. The puck is on a Canadian ice rink. And by the way, Mr. Trump, please, before making public pronouncements that Wayne Gretzky should run for Prime Minister, give yourself or get yourself a briefing on the nature of parliamentary democracy, a Westminster parliamentary system, and a constitutional monarchy where no one runs for Prime Minister. We have elections. for members of parliament. We don't get to pick and choose among our billionaire friends for who gets a seat at the cabinet table. If they're not an elected member of parliament, well, Canadian system is different from that of the United States of America. I suggest that Mr. Trump find one of his grandchildren's school books and look at the year 1776, which may explain a few things to him about why our systems of government are different. I don't want to belittle Mr. Trump, but on the other hand, hey, Donald, have we got a deal for you? You think we want to be the 51st state? Nah, but maybe California would like to be the 11th province. How about it? California, Oregon, Washington, you've got geography in common with us. And not only that, we've already got a carbon trading system between California and Quebec. We've got some strong alliances on our west coast from British Columbia. There's been a lot of academic papers on the idea of Cascadia. So California, Governor Newsom, and Washington State, Jay Inslee, and newly elected Governor of Oregon, Tina Kotek. How about it? Want to put a referendum to your citizens? Because this is what you deal. Have we got a deal for you? This is what you get. Free health care. Universal free health care. No more one-year-olds who suddenly fall off the Medicaid list and their parents are in the news because they're trying to do a GoFundMe so they can get their daughter to a doctor. Universal free health care. And guess what? Those gun laws that your Congress is too afraid to pass because of the national gun lobby, we already got our strict gun laws. That's why we have the safest streets around the world, or at least in the United States, by the way, the most recent stats, 5.9 out of every 100,000 people is killed in a fatal gun incident versus 0.88 per 100,000 in Canada. That's because we have strict gun laws. California citizens, Oregon.
So now that's something that I want to touch base on. Gun topic's a good topic to talk about. Okay, why does Canada have no gun crime? Even though we have guns. Is it strict gun laws? I don't know. Can I just go down to the Bass Pro Shop down the street from me and buy a gun? I can. I can shoot people with that gun. I can buy it. I can turn around and shoot the store. I can do that. It's at a mall. I can take the gun and go to the mall and shoot everyone there. Right? Why don't I do that? Well, it's because I don't want to. The problem with guns in America is the culture. Americans love guns. We have guns, we don't love guns. You know, that's the difference. I can use guns. I like guns. I don't own a gun, but no hate over here for guns. Okay. The problem in the States is the culture around guns, and I don't think there's any way to stop that. Mental health crises won't stop it. I think it's the gun topic is a good topic to get going on mental health, but fixing mental health is not going to stop mass shootings. You need to fix the culture, and I don't think you can do that.
Washington. Safer streets. Here we already have good gun laws, and women have a right to an abortion under our universal health care system. But, we don't have to stop there. Donald, think about it. You could get rid of all these states that always vote Democrat. You know what else will take Bernie Sanders off your hands? Proud new Canadian citizen of the great province of Vermont. Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. We'd love to see you. Our maritime provinces already have deep, deep links and ties. Well, enough kidding around. But honestly, President Trump, get used to it. Canada is a sovereign nation full of, guess what, proud Canadians. We're not jingoistic. We don't boast a lot. That's one of the things we kind of have in common with Jimmy Carter. We're not a big nation for braggarts and bullies. We actually like to think we're of service in the world. We could do better. We can always do better. But we love our country, and it's a country, it's a nation, and we do not aspire to be 51st state. So let's not hear that anymore. If it was a joke, it was never funny, and it ends now.
Oh! Where's that Shiver Me Timbers meme? Oh, Shiver Me Timbers!
Oh, scary! Oh, shiver my timbers! Shut up!
Because how funny was that? Like that. Theresa May, the proud leader of a two-seat party, one of Canada's biggest losers in Parliament. But you know what? I don't disagree with that. Like, I don't want nothing of what she just said. But come on, you cannot tell me that wasn't cool, okay? And did she really say that Pierre Poilievre was a good leader of the Conservative Party? Look into Elizabeth May's stuff. You will find that she's actually quite a fucking cool person. Okay? She likes to drink. But man, what do you guys think of that? She really showed him, eh? Shaking in his boots down there. Watch out, Donald Trump. Elizabeth May is coming your way. That's all we have for you today, guys. It's a short one. I stumbled across this last night, and I just thought it was so hilarious that she would come up and tell Trump off. I guess she's old enough to. I like to make fun of her age, but she's probably younger than he is. And it's also it's just pretty crazy if you heard her back in the 1980s, right? So she's like our Bernie. She's our Bernie Sanders. She's been doing this. She's been around. She's legit. And it's no wonder why she keeps getting reelected every year. I would not vote for her. I would not support her ever. But, you know, if I saw her, if I was in her riding and I saw her, I'd think she was cool and I would get a picture, shake hands and stuff like that. She seems like probably the most like based out of the left in Canada. Thank you guys so very much for clicking on this video. YouTube is hurting me right now. I don't know if it's the new year and they fucked off all my impressions, but I'm not getting my feeds out there. So leave a comment down below, help out the algorithm out, and please watch tomorrow. Like, follow, subscribe. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. This is Parmesan on Niagara Due North.
Finally done.